Okay, I got my pumpkins all quilted the best I could, threads cleaned up. I did a 2.5-inch binding strip, and I put them together, with the diagonal sewn together, and they're in half. Now I'm just going to start. I do my binding on the back, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to hopefully stitch it across the back, and it'll come out. Oh, we're going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance right there. And I'm just throwing that over my head because that's all I know what to do. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to sew off the edge, cut my thread, and then turn my binding up. I take it up and then put it back down right along the edge where it's supposed to go, and then I start sewing again right at the 1/4 inch. At least that's how I learned how to do it. Now turn, go off the edge. And then I go up and then back down. Line up this edge so it's all even, and then go again. Of course, back stitch. I don't know if I did on the last one. Okay, now we're just going to keep on going. A 1/4 inch. I don't know if I have enough binding for all 3 pumpkins, but we will see. Alright, turn at the 1/4 inch, sew off the edge. I don't think you have to sew off the edge. I just find it's easier for me. But you'll find whatever's easiest for you. Or somebody might show you another way that's, easy. You just go with what you can do. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it up and then down and start. Line that up so it's straight and start. I shouldn't have started so close to the edge, but it is what it is. Okay, now get my threads off. Now I have to line up. Actually, I'm going to slide this inside and see if that works. I don't know if it will or not. Or maybe it's supposed to go inside of here. I'm not sure. I know there's a way you can sew them together, but I don't know how to do that. Oh, I think I need to take some apart here to put them together. So I'm just going to take out a few stitches where I began because it's too close and I can't join them up to, stitch them. So let's just go here. There we go. Now we're just going to take those 2 edges And I'm just going to sew them together. You're supposed to make them like you did the other, but I'm not going to because I can't seem to get the V lined up doing it this way. So I'm just going to line this up with this. Put a little pin on so I know where to sew. And hope it's in the right spot. That's all I know. Alright, gonna take out my pin, get my binding out of the way, and then just sew it together. Hopefully. Let's just sew it together. Halfway straight. Well, that's what they make the seam ripper for, so if I need it, I'll use it. Okay, now I can sew those together. Clean up all your threads. And then what I do is I just take and pull that binding to the front. And then I'm just gonna cover up those stitches and stitch all the way around. But I like to do it all at once. Well, that's weird. One side's bigger than the other, but that's pretty par for me sewing, so. And then I like to take a clip it in the middle. And on each middle, I take a clip, and I'm just covering up those stitches. And I see there I didn't quite line that up good when I sewed it. So I just, there's a little spot, I'm just cutting it off. Okay, there we go. Now it's evenish. It's evenish. All right. Now I'm just going to fold that and fold that down to make my corner. And you can do this as you go. I just like to do it all at once. Just seems to be easier for me. And then I just stitch it all the way around. I'm gonna line up that corner. You can use pins if you want, but pins are dangerous for me. I'm always poking myself, cutting myself, doing something. So I like clips, but you use whatever you want. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing because I can't see the camera. I have it the other way around. But I have 2 more of these to do, so if they don't turn out, I can always do it on the next one. I don't know why that one's bigger, but it is. I guess I made my binding bigger in one spot. Or not as big, I don't know. Okay. So I got it clipped all the way around. Now I'm just gonna sew close to that edge all the way around. And I'm not gonna start at that, actually I am gonna start at that corner. I'm gonna start clear up there to secure that corner. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm just going right on the edge and covering those stitches, you know, your prior stitches, and keeping it snug so it's not all, oh, I just messed up, went off the edge, so we're just gonna stop and go back to where I didn't mess up. And I just missed it by a hair, so I'm gonna start right there and start again. There we go. Now we're on track. And when I'm coming up to that corner, I make sure I pull it snug so I got a nice mitered corner. And then I just turn and go down the other side. And, you know, just kind of straighten it as you go. You know, because the clips are just there to help you. They're not really there to keep it perfect. I should have done this on fast forward. All right, now we're coming to there. I got a bunch of threads that I didn't do, so I'm going to clean them up so I don't have a tangled up mess when I go around this corner. I'm going to bring that up tight and pull this down. And then just go up to it. And back stitch one because I went too far. Now I'm just going to do the same thing, go down this corner. I think I got it too little of a stitch length. I should have made it a little bit longer, but it is what it is. And for some reason, this side is bigger than the other. I bet you I didn't cut it straight when I evened it out. The block, not the you know, I don't know what I'm talking about today. And there you go. I just got to clean up my threads, and there's my hot pad for somebody to put their hot whatever on there. They can put their hot buns on there.